Hey, what's up, everyone? There's been some life events that have happened recently. Just in terms of legacy, close relative passed away recently, and my father turned 70 years old. And at both events, there was a speaking about legacy, what legacy that they had instilled in us and are leaving behind. And I remember since I was a young little guy, I've always thought about death. Memento mori type of philosophy, I guess. It's kind of morbid. I know some people don't really like thinking about death, but if I'm honest, there's not a single day that doesn't go by where I don't think about death to some capacity. I know I've spoken to some of you about this. It isn't something that's like doom and gloom, but it's more in the sense of remembering my death, because whether it's at my 70th or it's at my funeral, whenever I often seriously I think about, what will my children say about me? What will my friends say about me? What will those who knew me best say about me? And it's not that I want to, gain some type of recognition, some accolades, some, notoriety, some, it's not that. I pray it's not rooted in some type of, I just pray that, people say the best things about me. But it's more so driven in the fact that I want to lead a life whereby a legacy reflective of reflected by those who knew me, those who were under my care, my children, my loved ones, my friends, that there'll be something positive to say, that there'll be something of a my father instilled these principles in me, and my father was found to be committed to us, intentional with us, present with us. He loved us not just in word but in deed, or whatever it may be. And I found that very practical. I think so many times we can just stay zoomed in our life, zoomed in our little 30-minute windows, or zoomed in on the day to day. And I think it's this reality and this balance, because I recently talked about the video how we get so caught up in the future that we don't enjoy today. But I think inversely, it could be true as well, that we're so caught up in today, we don't often think about what will be said of us in the future. And I think all of the Christian life is about that balance, about today, and then also thinking about tomorrow. What can I do today, but how can I plant a seed for tomorrow? And I think having that right balance is something that's useful. It's difficult, of course, but I think if we can, in some ways think, okay, what will my children say about me? What will my wife say about me? What will those who knew me best say about me? What legacy am I truly leaving behind? And if you kind of give more of a thought to that, rather than just approaching each day randomly or haphazardly, I think it'd be a good practice for us to say, you know what, every family dinner, we're going to talk to each other. We're going to address one another. We're going to have family worship as, once dad has finished eating. Could you imagine at, your funeral or at your 70th or whatever, your children getting up and saying, my dad was faithful to every family dinner. Every family dinner, he led us in family worship. Every family dinner, he asked us questions. Every family dinner was used to teach us how to love one another as siblings, how to care for one another as siblings. And this is literally, the way that we use our family dinners. I have the children say something encouraging to one another. I have the children retell me their day. They ask me how my day went. I give them scenarios. We work through scenarios. We have life training at dinner. We have family worship at dinner, and it's not just me teaching. It's back and forth. There's interaction, and that's just a small example. But I pray that as my children get older, they'll be able to, as it were, write in my memoirs that our father used family dinners as an instructive time to truly form this cohesiveness, this family culture, this familial love, and it wasn't wasted. It wasn't just picking down food and getting back to reality as fast as we can. So think about, sometimes think about, what will speeches at my funeral be like? What will speeches at my 70th be like? Am I living a life that'll be more than just dad loved us and he worked hard and, he cared for us? Or will there be actual, intentional, detailed examples of what you did for your family, how you used your time, how you communicated your love, how you lived for the glory of Christ? So memento mori, legacy, all that. It's helpful to always keep that in mind in the day to day, so that way you won't waste the days and you won't waste your time because you think it's boring and mundane. No, every moment counts for forever.